Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, I hope you're all well. So I've got a pedal demo for you today, brought to you in association with the dudes at REVV Amplification. Been using their Generator 120 amplifier for a couple of years. I love it. It's on recordings all over the place, including the Toska album and many recordings I do at home. And it's just a great amplifier, 4-channel, full of gain, full of dynamic. I love it. About a year ago they got into making pedals, and REVV brought out the G3, which is here. It's a lovely looking pedal, and it's modelled after the 3rd channel of the amplifier. Each channel is colour coordinated, so clean is blue, crunch is green, gain 1 is purple, and gain 2 is red. So they brought out this pedal, and it's modelled after the 3rd channel, and it sounds killer. I've done a demo, it's in the description box below. And now they've just released G4, which is to my left, as you can see on the close-up cam, and that is modelled after the 4th channel of the Generator. And it's going to be gainier. Apparently it's thicker, a bit more saturated, not necessarily more like high gain, like just uncontrolled amounts. It's more like fuller and warmer and fatter. So that's really interesting. I'll probably put the two next to each other and we'll A/B in a bit, but I wanted to check out the pedal on its own first. I plugged it into the REVV generator on the clean channel, and we're going into the Universal Audio aux box. And that's going into the Apollo 8P, into Logic, usual setup. So the footprint of the pedal is exactly the same as G3. We've got a 3-band EQ along the top, we've got volume, we've got gain, and then we've got a little toggle switch in the middle which controls the aggression, which is a feature seen on the Generator amplifiers. There's a blue mode and a red mode, which adds a sort of different EQ and more gain. It's basically a couple of different modes or sort of styles of that gain channel, so it's quite versatile and it's a useful feature. Also, this pedal can be put into the effects loop. I've seen guys do that and it sounds fantastic, but for this demo I'm going into the front of a clean channel, as probably most of you will end up doing if you get this pedal. I'm going to be using my Music Man JP15, John Petrucci signature. It's an absolutely lovely guitar. We'll try something down-tuned as well with my ML3 Beer. But yeah, let's check it out and see what it sounds like. So one thing I'll add is that you'll hear some reverb and delay throughout the demo that I'm controlling with the aux box because it's got it built in. So I'll be toggling it on and off. To start with, we'll just have it off. So what you're going to hear now is just the clean channel of the Generator on bridge pickup with the JP15. Sounds lovely. Right, so G4 is at 12 o'clock, as you can see. So let's see what it sounds like. It's thick, it's girthy, it's definitely, G3 was a bit more edgy, a bit more modern. This feels to me like it's got a bit more of a fat classic rock vibe to it. Or maybe not classic rock, more like classic metal. So I think that sounds really nice. I like the fact that at 12 o'clock it's not like overkill. It's good. Right. Before we move on, let's at least check out the EQ, see how it works, and obviously the amount of gain we've got on tap before we touch the aggression modes. I like that. It's really, really, like, it feels like one of those, I talk about supportive EQs. I'll carry on that point in a moment. So the EQ is very, very powerful. What I said a minute ago about supportive EQ is basically, imagine a parametric EQ with a Q factor, like the bell curve. Now you could have that really narrow and it would just push up that frequency, or you could have a wide Q factor and it would push up that frequency, but it would drag up the others surrounding it. And this is how it feels. Like, you can suck out that mid-range, but it somehow adds more definition in the high end. Like, it feels nice, even though you're pulling out a lot of the mid-range. So it feels like a wide Q factor, and it's supporting itself, which I really like. It's a well-tuned EQ. So that's something that I've just, to my ear, maybe that's not the case, but it sounds like that. So that's cool. Let's check out the amount of gain we've got on tap. I like the fact that when you pull out all the gain, you've still got a nice, like a classic rock thing. Let's push some, I'll tell you what, actually, let's pull out some mid, push up the treble. Yeah, sounds great. Sounds really, really nice. Also, it's worth saying that because we're running into the front of an amp, you can use the volume to push the gain more. But it's a little bit more uncontrolled. It's just there if you need it. And also, if you're running into into a Fender Twin or something, that would be, you'd really push the front. Anyway, what I want to try now, whilst we're on this, actually, I'm going to throw in a little bit of delay. See how that sounds. Sounds great. Let's push the gain up. Sounds really, really nice. I mean, not forgetting that this gain channel is what I would have jumped to if I was going to do lead on. So there's no wonder that it feels really nice for that. There's a really nice harmonic overtone. Yeah, it's girthy. It's a girthy lead tone. I do like it. I like it a lot. Right, I've turned off the reverb and delay again. And we're going to try the aggression switch. So I'm going to flick it up to blue. So immediately what I'm noticing is less mid-range, more gain, and a little bit, well actually less mid-range. I don't think there's anything else. Maybe a touch more bass. Again, this is without. And then back in. So I could push the mid-range up a bit, pull out a bit low end. Let's push the treble up. Sounds good. It's really nice to play. There's a really nice saturation. The gain is chewy and spongy in a nice way, but it's defined, and I don't know. It's really nice for a thick wall of chords, and then when you go and break into some lead, there's like a sustain there and a really nice just feel. Yeah, I really like that. I really, really like it. And let's just try everything back at 12 and then just jump straight over to the red aggression. So, right, and then this was without any. And now red. Immediately tons of gain, more low end, not necessarily less mid-range, but it's thick. Since we've got more gain, I'm just going to swap over to a guitar that's in a lower tuning, i.e. my ML3 Beer. Drop C. I mean, there's tons of gain. It's probably, because this is such a high output pickup, it's really chunky and fuzzy, or not fuzzy, but like thick and saturated. So we heard it in all its thickness and all its gainy glory, but I thought before we just try it against the Rev G3 that I may as well show you what it sounds like with the Strat, because this thing always surprises me with high gain. The bridge pickup in it's a beast, and yeah, I've dialed in quite a gainy aggression blue channel, loads of mid, and let's just see how it sounds. So I got a bit carried away with the Strat there, but it did sound absolutely filthy. And again, it's one of those guitars, there's so much vibe to it, and it just handles it. So the gain from G4 was thick and powerful, and it worked really well. Anyway, so at this point I've set up both G3 and G4. They're at 12 o'clock, and I just want to hear them side by side so we can make a observation of how different they might sound between, you know, the aggression modes and stuff like that. So let me just find a sound that sounds nice on both, so in terms of EQ. So we'll start with G4. Sounds fat. All right, now let's try G3. It's low output compared to it. So to me, it sounds like G4 has more presence straight out the gate. So here you go. It's way more fierce compared to G3. But G3 has way more mid-range, way more intensity in the mid-range. So G3, G4, aggression. Then aggression blue. Nice and thick, and then let's try G3. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's punchy. Definitely G4 is thicker and more girthy. All right, so G4 back in the middle, and now red. It sounds awesome. Right, now let's do G3 in the middle. And now red aggression. Okay, so there you go. There's a look at the Rev G4 pedal. It was cool. It was nice to test it against G3 as well, hear the difference. I think G4 is much girthier, it's warmer and fatter, but G3's got the edgy mid-range. As I said, it's voiced more for modern players, in my opinion. At least it's similar on the actual amplifier as well. But yeah, basically G4, tons of sustain, tons of saturation, a real girthy, fat sound. For me, it feels more like you can get the classic metal and rock tones out of it. It's nice for lead, it feels nice, all that kind of stuff. I think there isn't really anything bad to say about it. It's just a great sounding overdrive pedal. And if you're in the market for something fat that can really shape and mold your tone and give you that power, then you should check this out for sure, definitely. I'll put a link in the description box below. Let me know what you think. Put comment in the comment section. Thanks again to Rev for sending this pedal across. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Links in the description box. Like, subscribe and share, and I will see you all very soon.